that's our culture. And it's like being in America for so long. You see the black culture because you're a part of it too. While we have our own, we still relate to the same trauma as black people because white folks don't really care. We Haitian Jamaican, we still look black to them, so they're gonna treat us the same anyways. So we see in the paganism, the pagan holidays that everybody else celebrates, because that's the thing for Black Americans. They only celebrate what has been allowed or wasn't allowed for them to celebrate, and that's all they know. And so for them, it's like it is going to be a reminder of what they didn't have. If I'm like dating somebody and I tell them, yo, this is what we do for Soup Jumu, this is what we do for New Year's. There's a drink called cremas, and everybody makes it. And it's like I don't even know what a black thing, a traditional thing that black people do for certain holidays that they make, or certain dishes that they make.
I think New Year's is like black eyed peas. It's supposed to be like good luck for the new year.
I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that.
We didn't have, at least not that I knew of in my households. I think my grandmother still does that. And like making sure when you bring in the new year, your house is clean, because a dirty house is like
yeah.
I'm sure there's some more New Year's Black American cultural things that I'm just unaware of.
See, and there you go. There's
or other holidays,
or that, because it's like I ain't gonna lie. Well, they made Juneteenth in America a national America thing, but then at the same point in time, it's like I dated black people that didn't celebrate it though.
Well, because a lot of black people don't even know, before this became a holiday, didn't even know what Juneteenth was. They thought 4th of July, we was all free and kicking it. But that's because a lot of, and again, this goes back to the detachment from our history. A lot of black people, African Americans, don't know about our history and our culture. All we know is what was taught to us in school, and they definitely don't talk about that kind of stuff in school. So where do you learn it?
That is a tricky part.
Most people's parents aren't talking about that stuff at home. I mean, now it is. Now that homeschooling has kind of taken off and we're more into self-learning and self-teaching, it's become, for the younger kids, they're learning about it now. But no, we didn't learn about that stuff.
Yeah, so now you got a newer generation going to be more educated. Well, I would like to assume that they're going to be more educated about their culture and their past.
Right.
But that takes upon the parent to want to teach them that and install that in them and have them understand that. And that's the catch-22 to the interracial dating on the strong front of being in a relationship with people and trying to get it, and understanding people. Like I've dated the multitude of different facets of women out there, except for Asian.
You'll be okay.
I'll be okay. But have I been around them? Yes. And do I understand and respect the culture? Yes, 100%. It's a beautiful culture. Love it. Right? But, it's dating the different facets of people, allowing you to understand and be not only intellectually cultured, but emotionally cultured as well, to get an understanding of people. But that's just my way of operating. I can't expect or assume everyone's going to have the same intentions of operating and trying to learn people like I do. It's different, or we all do. It's different. It's interesting to navigate, to see how people navigate through that, because it's fun. It's fun for me, but then it's fun for me to watch and to be involved in it. But then it's also like, this is what my family do. How's my relationship going to look like when I go with you in this era and in this journey? How's that going to be? How am I going to go from having family get-togethers to somebody who's never had a family get-together? Mm-hmm. Somebody who's always been alone.
I've experienced that, and it's tough because then you want to take that person who's that's not part of their culture. You want to bring them to your family reunion, and they're just like, why are these people talking to me? Why is everybody doing this?
Yeah. And they're just, and to me, it's straight up. And to me, it's like, I need somebody that's going to be friendly, whether you're a lone wolf or not. I kind of need you to be friendly so you can be able to navigate. Because my people's is friendly. Yeah. My people's is friendly. I need you to be friendly, but I also need you to be aware and not be a sucker too at the same point too,
Right.
because friendly people attract their friendly energy attracts people, and then at the same point in time, those same people you attract either want you or not respect your relationship and where you at. So then it's like you need to be friendly, but then also you also need to be aware of your surroundings and aware of your level of friendliness too. Because I'm a friendly person, but I know for a fact that my friendliness can be misconstrued by other people as me overly flirting with other people, and
Yeah.
so that becomes an issue too, and that becomes a trust issue. But then that's a whole nother thing where it's like that ain't me. That's your insecurities. You need to work on that. But I will respect the fact that you tell me that, and I will work on it because that is also a cultural thing and behavior
Right.
and communicating that. So it's like, yeah, want somebody to be not friendly but friendly, but then respectful, but then nah, we all want somebody to be respectful, whether you like your family or not. You still want somebody to respect your family.
Right.
Yeah, so there's that part. And how do you?
And go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
I was just going to say that that brings into the third point of like personal growth. Like when you're in intercultural relationships, it really does like force you to challenge yourself. Like we talked about the self-awareness part, but challenging your biases, your stereotypes, your like preconceptions, like it forces you to look at yourself and be like, who am I? Like as a person, I don't like going to family gatherings. What does that say about me as a person, or where did that come from? Where did I get that from? Like, is it because I don't like going to family gatherings, or am I uncomfortable because I'm not used to it and this is causing me to come out of my shell and do things that I'm not used to doing? Like, I don't know, it's just. And then the second part of that is like compatibility, right? So if you have this person that this is my culture, this is what we do, they're not comfortable with your culture and what you do. How do you not, do you stick with that person knowing that this is my expectation and you can't meet that expectation? Do I bring you along every time knowing that you're always going to be super awkward? Do I leave you behind knowing I'm going to get 50,000 questions as to why you're not here? Like, how do you navigate that aspect of it? Because I've been there, done that one too. And it's uncomfortable both ways. It's like a lose lose.
Yeah, I've been single for a very long time, and I've dated, and people say I'm picky or whatever. I'm not picky. I'm just trying to find the right solution, the right fit for me in in all of those areas because that's like really important. It's like I sit back and I date people and I sit back and I bring them around my family and I just like and I watch. Even though I'm out doing my whole thing with my family, I'm out here chit chatting with the fellas or whatever. I'm watching, observing how they act or how they interact and how they move with the family. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very important.
So then for you, if you're dating and you find yourself in this situation where they don't have a connection with your family, is that like an immediate nope, we're done here?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It all depends on how I feel about that person because I can't. That's a situational basis. Because I'm not gonna say, "Oh no, I haven't." Have I like been like, "Nah, this ain't it. Nah, we good."
Right.
I've done that before where I'm like, "Nah, you can't vibe with my family. I can't." And if you beef with my family, I really can't mess with you. I really can't mess with you. There ain't no
Right.
beefing allowed because I take beef very seriously. I take beef very seriously. That's like even like primal like lion hyena beef type serious. Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't f off. No, there's no mingling with the no fraternizing with the enemy type thing. So I take beef very seriously. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you can, if that's very important to me. Like, but that's very important to me. That's what I look for. Like, I want somebody to be able to get well with my nephews and my nieces and my brother and my cousins and my sisters. It's like you ain't got to be the best of friends with them, but I can. But I just watch and make sure like I see qualities of like okay, cool. She could rock with the family, then that's a keeper. But then it's like you get those people where you're just looking at them and it's just like they ain't trying to talk to nobody. They in a corner by themselves. All right, cool. That's a possibility you can work on if you feel like you want to do it.
Right.
But then there's other people where it's just like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. It ain't. It's not. I mean, you're a good person, but the part
Right.
that matters to me the most, you're not. You're not fitting. You're not meeting, and it's often a scary thing because you may love that person and you may want to be with that person, and it's different. It ain't gonna work.